Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's D Jones 1048, or you can call me David if you want. And today we are playing some Need for Speed Underground 2. As you can see in the corner up there. I've been playing this game for a little bit. I've done pretty much everything. I found like all the collectibles, all the shops, gotten all the parts, done all the races except one. And that happens to be the last race. And I decided, you know what? Since I didn't film any of this, why not film the final race and kind of just give a little recap of my journey here. So we're just gonna go ahead and start up, go to explore mode, and we're gonna go ahead and do the final race. If I remember correctly, the last time I played, I'd saved, and I saved sitting basically at the final race. And once it finally loads in, we'll commence with that. I'm playing on PlayStation 2, so all the load times are really slow. Okay, well, I guess it didn't place me at the race, so we'll just go to it. No big deal. For the most part, I played the entire game with the Honda Civic. And a lot of people will say it's definitely not the best car, and I can agree. It's really not the best car in the game. Honestly, it's not even the best car out of the starting cars that you can choose from. I just really like the Honda Civic. I own one pretty much just about the same year model as this one, as well myself, and it's also black. So basically, basically this is kind of like my Need for Speed like dream Honda Civic out of my own Honda Civic. So I'm about to pull up onto the race, and we'll go ahead and get started with it. If I could stop running into walls, that would be great though. Alright, here it is. And it's a race from Caleb. The distance is 4.5 miles, so about 4.6 miles. And I think that's 4.6 miles per lap. And this is a circuit race, so the purse is $10,000, which basically means I'm gonna get $10,000 from winning this race. Caleb is the final boss, I guess you could say, out of this. I guess let's go ahead. I'll read a little description because it's funny. Yo, dude. The other drivers wanted me to tell you that there are no garbage trucks allowed in this race. We figured it had to be from the city because ain't nobody gonna get caught up racing a heap like that. I guess they're making fun of my Honda. Okay, this is the final little cutscene, so I'll let you do it.
It was one race. It ain't gonna happen again. You can't do that. We have a deal. Look, just give me one more chance. I can take it. You're nothing but bad luck. I took you out once, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm calling you out. Right here, right now. Everything on the line. You down or what?
Alright. So basically, that guy right there was Caleb, who the guy who threw and smashed his phone because he was really mad about one of his friends not being able to beat me in a race. But this is the final race with Caleb. He drives a Pontiac GTO, which, I'm not too worried about it. And this race is really long. It is 5 laps. And we're in for one hell of a ride. To be honest, I don't really think it's going to be that much of a challenge. I think I'm going to destroy him regardless of what difficulty I'm playing on. This is honestly such an anticlimactic race. It's just really easy, but it's just super long. So basically the whole point of the game is, if you've ever played Underground 1, basically your character is coming from the story of Underground 1 to here, which is in Bayview, which is for the setting for Underground 2, of course. And basically the guy Caleb that we just encountered earlier, he basically destroyed our car and like basically put us out of racing commission for a little bit, and basically once we got here we had to start over with a new car, and then our journey continues. And then at that point basically it's just about building a car using the star visual system, which I'll go over that once I actually like go through the details of the cars that I use. And the whole point is to win races, to unlock parts, to upgrade your car, to have, well, that was interesting. But to upgrade your car, to basically get onto magazine covers and DVD covers and stuff like that, and that's how you progress through the game. You could also earn sponsors, and that's basically what pays your sponsors like requirements. Basically whatever your contract requires is basically a certain amount of races and a certain amount of magazine and DVD covers. And you do that, and as you go through you unlock more and more of the map, and the races get longer. Things should get more difficult as you go on as well, but for me it wasn't really that difficult, except for the drag races. The drag races are the only thing that give me a problem, because they're kind of broken in this game. I just completed my first lap earlier, so that's pretty cool. We're on our way, and he is already 23 seconds behind me, and that's only been one lap. This guy is extremely easy to beat. Like, don't even really have to try. Some of the features in this game really aren't clearly detailed to you, because if you really wanted to start up the game and say like do a 100% playthrough, there's a lot of things that the game doesn't necessarily point out that does go towards like 100% completion, because there's like the outrun races. The outrun races really aren't even considered like a mandatory thing, really. But if you want to get 100% of the game, you have to do outruns in a set number of outruns in each stage to unlock a specific like special event part, which gives you basically like an extra boost on star rating. And like, they're unique parts, they have more star rating than like every other of whatever part it is. Or like, say you can get a unique like performance part, it just gives you a little bit of extra boost for, you know, acceleration or top speed or handling. Nothing too crazy. We're getting pretty close to the halfway point in this race, and honestly it's been going by a bit faster than I thought it would. Honestly, I thought this race would just be just dragging on, but I mean, it's still not very eventful because I don't really have competition in this race. I'm basically racing a time trial. But what can you do? You can only make the game so hard, and it's still not super hard. Granted, I'm not gonna say I'm the best driver at this game, because there's a lot of people who are way better than I am. clearly because I keep running into walls and whatnot. But that's okay. I'm not here to drive perfect. I'm just here to show you the race. I'm just showing you what I've been up to lately, the past few days. Been grinding pretty hard. I kind of took a break from this for a little bit, like for a day or two, because I don't know, I've been playing this game all day for the past, week or whatever. Maybe not all day for the past week, but I've been playing this game for a little while lately, so if anybody is actually thinking of going for like a 100% completion, I'll post some links in the description, and they'll basically give you a little bit of help guiding you through what 100% is, because you can beat the game quote unquote 100%, but you won't get all the parts. You won't have 100% of parts because, say, like the outruns, or specifically the outruns, because they give you the special event things, and if you miss them in whatever stage, you can't do them. I'm already about half a lap ahead of Caleb, so if you guys were expecting like a super climactic, like intense race, I'm sorry, that's not the case. This guy is actually really bad, and I don't know why he's considered the final boss of the game. We'll put quotes around, I guess, final boss, because it's not considered a final boss. It's just the last race. Because really the way the game is set up, they don't really give too much of the story early on in the game. Like, they give you an introduction of why you're there, I guess, with the beginning cutscene of the game, and if you ever play the game or start the game up and watch the intro cutscene for the career, it basically tells you the reason why everything is going down. Kinda. It doesn't directly tell you. If you can understand what a picture is trying to tell you, because it's basically the whole cutscene thing is in comic strip form, and it's kind of cool. It's a little creative. There's not many other games that have done that sort of thing that I know of, at least. So that's pretty cool. Well, we're on the final lap now. We're a minute and a half ahead of Caleb, so we are just breezing on through this. Besides some meh driving, this race was okay. I mean, it's just taking a long time, but it has gone by a little bit faster, because I feel like it's going by a little bit faster just because I'm recording and talking. I just have something to do while I'm doing the race, so it just makes everything go by a little bit faster and smoother. I'm not really focused too hard on it. I'm not really worried about it. I mean, granted, I'm nearly a whole lap ahead of this guy, but we're on the final lap, so it doesn't really matter. And I haven't used my NOS the entire race, so I guess it's time to use it. I probably won't even really be able to use it before I have to turn. Yeah, no. Oh, this is terrible. Alright, let's finish the race. Bam! That is it. 10 minutes and 22 seconds. He finished 12 minutes and 7 seconds. Let's see the splits. My top speed was 213.8. I average about 127, so that's not too bad. My best lap was about 2 flat, and his top speed was 139.9. Why? I don't understand. Whatever. But that's it. We got $10,000, 300 rep points, and I think there's gonna be any cutscenes, so let's get to that. Save it. Why not? So that was it. That's the final race and ending of Need for Speed Underground 2. It's not really much to take from that ending besides this little message that Rachel sent you, and it says, "Congratulations, you've completed the game. You have unlocked all performance and visual upgrades in quick race mode. There are no more events to complete in the world. Return to your garage to re-race any events from your career." And that is it. So I'll go ahead and jump back to the garage so we can kind of talk about what the cars that I used was. I'll probably make a second update to this because I didn't actually use all of the car slots, and I still have like $151,000 to work with. So first things first, the Pride and Joy, the one that I used the entire game, did basically everything with it. Honda Civic. Basically all I really did to this car is I put the wheels on it, put the neon, painted it black, upgraded all the performance all the way, black window tint, and I think it has a custom gauge. It has trunk audio, and I think I put hydraulics on it as well, so that's a little hilarious. And I messed with some other things like the nitrous purge, the white color, whatever. But I didn't really do a whole lot to this car because I don't really like how the visual parts really look on this game. They're kind of meh to me. But that's my Honda Civic. And then another thing that Need for Speed Underground 2 did was they had the SUV races, and they give you one of 3 that you can choose from, and it's the Cadillac Escalade, the Lincoln Navigator, and the Hummer H2. I chose the Lincoln Navigator out of the 3. It's like the middle child. It's not really the best one, but it's not the worst one. The best I would say is probably the Cadillac Escalade, and then the worst is definitely the Hummer. This, again, I don't really like any of the visual upgrades for SUVs, so I kind of just left it stock. I put some wheels on it and kind of painted the wheels kind of like a darker chrome-ish. Put the gold neon. It also has, I also painted it pearl white. Yeah, it looks about, I think it's pearl white. And I have the black window tint, and then trunk audio, hydraulics, nitrous purge, just some minor other things you don't necessarily see. And then the final car that I have is a Nissan Sentra SE R Spec V, and I did this. I just had this because I don't necessarily care too much about a Nissan Sentra, but you need a visual rating of 10 stars. So I just kind of threw a whole bunch of crazy things on this car, and just messed with the whole visual things. The performance is all fine as well. I just kind of went ridiculous with the car and made it look hilarious. So that's basically it. How much time did we? Really, that's all I can really say about it. I will make a new update with new cars that I've gotten from these extra sponsored things, but that'll be a little bit later, maybe a few days. But anyways, I hope everybody had a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, subscribe, do what you do. Hit the bell thing if you want, whatever. But I'm DJones1048, or you can call me David. That's fine. And I'll see you guys later.